Hey everyone, it is Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today I wanted to talk about Skyrim because it's got a storage space increase for mods and it's up to 15 gigabytes on the PlayStation and Xbox. In the patch notes, it actually said that PlayStation 4 will have up to 16 gigabytes, but there might be some weird things going on with like actually downloading stuff, and there might be a more rigid limit on how many creations you can actually use. They also mentioned some fixes to enabling and disabling mods. You know how sometimes you would like enable something and it wouldn't actually enable, and then you go to load the game and it's like, oh, wait a minute. Well, stuff like that might not happen as much. I did see something about them actually doing a patch for Skyrim, but I didn't really think too much of it. I did happen to resave my list though before that happened, and it was a good thing because my list was nuked. There is an interesting line here in the patch notes about the restore load order feature. I actually took a look at that here on the channel. It didn't work out too great for Skyrim. In fact, I lost some mods in that process. While I tend not to have like a ton of mods, I mean 59 or 60 is probably like a decent amount to where like if there were some internet things that went wrong, then maybe I wouldn't get all of that back. So seeing those two lines was a bit reassuring. Because my list did get nuked, I figured it would be a good time to actually try that again. So I restored and voila, it actually brought back everything that I had. I mean, it's kind of a jumbled mess, but for the most part, I got everything there. There's a couple things in my list that just came back disabled, one of which is just shields on back. I've talked about this before, but the anniversary edition of that, you actually need all of the anniversary edition content installed. So all the Creation Club stuff, that will all be in this section here, or you can hit the menu button and there'll be an option to actually download all of the Creation Club content. Since that particular mod requires all of the Creation Club content to be installed, I actually have to download all of it here. The other one that was disabled for me was the Dynamic Impact and Enhanced Blood Textures patch, and that's because Enhanced Blood Textures and Dynamic Impact, if you use those together, you're going to actually need a patch for that. So I'm thinking pretty much any mod that requires another mod to work, or if there's like a patch for something, it's probably not going to see that when it's restoring your list, so those will most likely be disabled. Since your list will most likely come back a jumbled mess, you're just going to have to go and see where you need to place that, and then once you're good to go, you should be able to enable it and then go from there. This is all kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, we do have like a lot more space to mess around with, so I guess it's kind of par for the course. I'm no stranger to clearing reserve space and basically rebuilding my list for a video or something like that, but I can see how something like this might rub some people the wrong way, especially if they did not save their list or have it recorded somewhere. I'm kind of in the camp of like, well, it's for the greater good, which is more mod space. Wasn't expecting that. There was a couple of you that had actually commented at some point when they announced the 100 gig update for Fallout 4, could this happen for Skyrim as well? My thought process on it was like, well, if they figured it out for Fallout, then they must have figured out a way to do this for Skyrim as well. But because of the holdup with the Fallout one, I was like, I don't know about this one now, but well, they just did it. And they kind of shadow dropped it almost. It was almost like they said that there was going to be an update for Skyrim in the future. They didn't explicitly say storage space increase, at least I don't think so. And then a few days after that, they're like, oh hey, storage space increase. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Shorter one today. I just wanted to, one, make an update after a little bit of a hiatus, but then two, I thought the news was worthy. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of mods you're looking to check out now that we have a little bit more space to mess around with. I've had my eye on a few quest mods, but then also maybe reinstalling some stuff that I had before, but just had to cut because of the space. And then maybe looking through some of my favorited mods and seeing what I can add and if it makes sense in my current list, because I don't really have to worry about cutting things unless there's conflicts. And while we don't have the same expansion that we got for Fallout 4, it's really cool that we have the extra space, because really, even on Fallout, you really shouldn't even get anywhere close to 100 gigs. It's probably not going to end well, but that's just my opinion. So with all that, thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.